my hair is a little popped, so I am picking it out a little bit because I had a whatever you call it. I don't want to say a do rag, but some damn thing on my head last night, so I don't like be having my hair shit at night or whatever, just fall out, whatever. Just so my hair can be taken care of. But anyway, I'm doing a small review of The Conjuring just because I don't do videos like this or whatever, so I want to talk about it for a minute. This is a spoiler, so if you haven't seen the movie, do not watch this video. If you haven't seen the movie and you want to know is it a good movie or not or whatever, then you should watch this video, I guess. Some of this video may be a little inappropriate about some comments that I'm going to say, so if you are going to be offended by anything, yeah, you might want to like tune out. Pretty much. Okay, first of all, most of me watching the movie consisted of me eye praising and appreciating Ed or Patrick Wilson's ass and his thighs. It's something about thickness in males that is just like amazing to me. So I spent most of the movie like looking at his thighs and his ass pretty much. Just like obsessing. But anyway, the movie was okay. It could have been better. Like I feel like if they would have left the movie to be based on the doll being evil and being possessed, that would have made it scary. Because that was fucking scary to me. At least me, because I don't like dolls. Like dolls scare the shit out of me. And I think they scare the shit out of a lot of people. Because this is like, Chucky to me is not scary to me. Like at a point in time in my life, he was scary. But then after like seeing it when you grow up, it wasn't anymore. Like they just didn't execute it anymore well. They made him too funny and just it was too basic. But this doll could have been scary as shit. This doll, like at the beginning of the movie, like first of all, who the fuck? It was like two damn nurses or whatever. It was like the doll wanted to like some spirit wanted to like be friends with the doll or something like that, or they wanted to be in the doll, so then they allowed it to like go into the doll. And I'm just like, who the fuck with common sense does shit like that? No shade, but to me, that's the shit that white people do. And certain shit in the movie was just fucking stupid as fucking hell. But anyway, from the beginning of the movie, okay, so that happened, and Dow went into the thing, and Dow started like as hunting them and stuff, like kept saying, something like, "Are you waiting for me? Did you miss?" I think it was, "Did you miss me?" Something like that, like writing it on the walls or whatever. I think it was like red lipstick or something like that. And then they ended up like throwing the doll in the garbage or whatever, and then I think the doll ended up banging back on the door or something like that. It was something like that because I can't remember, but I know it was something that was banging at the door or whatever. And then it ended up going to like that was like a flashback, and it ended up going to current times of them talking about the hunting and these people and how they do these different huntings and they solve these mysteries and blah blah blah, and about certain stuff is rational or whatever. This family ended up getting hunted. It was like a family of like, I want to say 7. They had so many kids and it was all girls. And they moved to this house. They bought this house that was on auction from the bank, which it really pissed me off. It just seemed certain shit was just fucking stupid. Like I understand they have to make people stupid in the horror movies for them to do stupid shit to get scared. But then again, it just kind of makes the movie kind of lame because it's just like, this is not even realistic. Like, why would you buy a fucking house from a fucking auction and then don't even research to figure out the history of the fucking house? You just bought the house and just didn't give a fuck to do any kind of research. Even if the bank did not give you the information, why didn't you look for yourself? So they bought this fucking house that is fucking haunted. And then another thing that was fucking stupid was the fact that there was like a cellar or whatever like that. Like the girl, they end up playing like it's some game where like you go and you hide and seek and then you have to clap for people to find you. You get to clap up to 3 times or whatever. You get to ask 3 times for people to clap for you to find them. And so one of the girls she ended up hiding in this damn closet thing. The movie reminded me of the medieval horror, like almost not almost to the T, but very close. Cause like this was like the same place in the medieval horror, if I'm not mistaken, where somebody ended up going into like the cellar or the basement or something like that. So it was like this door in like the middle of the hallway, and one of the girls went in there and she was like, she got down to like right there in front of the door and she started to clap again. It was like her last clap, and she clapped and she found her and she ended up hitting her and she ended up knocking like one of the little wooden things out that was blocking off the cellar. And then the daddy ended up looking in there and he ended up searching, like going down there to go see what's down there and shit like that. I'm just like, first fucking of all, who would do some shit like that? Like, why would you go downstairs to go look to see what the fuck it is? I would have put the fucking thing back up. Like, of course, the movie has to be this way, so they got to be dumb for shit to happen, but still, like, I wouldn't have went down there to go see what the fuck is down there. I don't give a fuck what's down there. Like, do I want an extra part of the house that is clearly with all fucking, like, nothing's valuable down there? And I don't know what the fuck, I don't know what's been on this, I don't know if it's haunted, why would I go down there? So this dumb bitch go down there and go look to go see what the fuck's down there or whatever, and then they're talking about they'll look it up or clean it up in the morning to see what's down there or whatever. But the thing that killed me is that when he went back upstairs, why did he not take the wood and put it back on there and like patch it back up? It's like it could be spirits that could come out that way. And so to me, it was just some just stupid shit that was just happening. So then that part happened, and then they started getting hunted later on. Like this is another stupid thing. The woman kept on getting scratches and bruises on her, and then it was just like whatever. Like it wasn't a big deal. Like she said it was something like iron deficiency or something like that. And it's just like, how do you get? She had a big ass scar right here one day, and her husband looked at him. He said he gonna need her to go to the hospital. First of all, I didn't see why he didn't think that was serious. He was like, go to the hospital. I need you to check that out. Like, what the fuck? And then she said one night, that I think the first one she got there ended up having sex or something. And then she's like, honey, did you do this to me or something like that? Like, what did you do to me or whatever? And he clearly didn't do it. And I believe he know that he didn't do it, but he still didn't say anything. The dog ended up getting killed. The dog did not want to go in the house at first. At the beginning of the movie, they want the dog to go in the house, and he pulled the dog like 3 times, and the dog was like, no, like, let me go. I'm not going in the house or whatever. And then the next day, the dog ended up getting killed. The girl ended up finding the dog, and she ended up screaming, and it coming outside to go see that the dog was killed. And I didn't see why they didn't question anything at that point, because it's just like, it wasn't like the dog died of just like, not eating or something like that. The dog was clearly like mango or whatever. They didn't even try to like file a police report to see who killed the dog. They just like accepted it. Like, what the fuck? I understand that. So, and at that point, I feel like they should have known, because we all know that dogs have like some sensitive, medium type stuff where they can sense bad stuff that's happening or things that's about to go on, or like presence and stuff like that. So I didn't understand why I didn't get it at that point. And it was just like a lot of stupid shit with the damn movie. Just like, it just was unrealistic. Like, they was doing dumb shit. Like, it was another part towards the end of the movie where the main lady, I don't remember her name. I know it's Ed Warren, and let me look on IMDb or IMDb. I don't know. IMDb, that's what it's called. IMDb for the Conjuring. Because I know it's Ed Warren because I was looking at his ass most of the movie. But what's this girl name? Lorraine. Her, like, she ended up, I think she fell through. She went into the wall, I think, to go search for this girl, or to go try to see the little boy that was playing with one of the youngest girls or whatever like that. She had like this little thing, this little circus like thing, and then you take the key and you twist it, and then it makes this plays a little music or whatever like that, and then it has a mirror at the top, and then you're supposed to look at it and wait until it stops like making music or whatever, and then you see the boy in the back. I think his name was Roy. And she ended up finding this rope, I guess, that the witch lady, ended up hanging herself on. And then she fell through, all the way through, like, to the basement. And first of all, I didn't understand why her husband didn't look at the basement at first. Like, he was looking like beating on the walls on the first floor and stuff like that. It's like, clearly she probably fell to the basement. Like, why didn't you go straight to the basement? I don't understand why it took him 5 to 10 minutes to think to go to the fucking basement or to get down to the basement. Like, it was just like, what the fuck? Are you stupid? That's the first place I would have checked. And so she ended up fell into the basement or whatever. And then she ended up looking around there, and she ended up seeing how this one lady had killed her son. She had a knife in her hand or whatever. And the lady had said, she made me do it. And I guess it was like the witch or whatever, the witch doctor, whatever the fuck. And she ended up seeing the witch hang herself. Like, she didn't see her head, but she saw her feet or whatever in her dress. And then the witch ended up turning herself like forward or whatever towards wherever she was under. I forgot what she was under, some steps or something like that. And then she got scared, and I think she ended up running somewhere. And then I think the witch ended up, like, she had this necklace that her daughter had gave her so they can always be connected to each other. And she, like, pulled her, and then the thing ripped, and it got stuck on something. And I feel like, first of all, that something was, like, pulled off of you. Like, how could you not feel that? And so I didn't understand, why didn't she get her damn thing? She just went upstairs and didn't end up saying how the lady got killed and what was going on. And they want the kids, they want the kids to die and all this other stuff like that. And I just feel like, first of all, why didn't she get her thing, like I said? And I think that's why the daughter ended up getting hunted, because it was like, it was symbolic or whatever, like they said, so they can always be connected. So she ended up, I guess, hunting her daughter through that necklace. So it was just so much stupid, well, whatever you want to call it. It was unrealistic, the things that was happening in the movie. It's just like, really? And then, like, for instance, there was this one part where she went down the steps. No, I think she heard something. I want to say she heard some clapping or something like that, and she ended up searching for it. and then she ended up going like to the steps or something for something I can't remember, and all of the pictures that was hanging on the wall fell on the floor. They had like glass on them, so it was like this loud, shattered, loud noise or whatever. I don't understand how the fuck did the kids not get up from that shit. That to me was unrealistic. Come on now, this loud ass fucking noise of this shit fucking falling, and you get up when the girl was sleepwalking and she knocked her head against the damn closet, damn door thingy. But then when this all these fucking pictures fall with glass on the fucking stairs, you gonna tell me that nobody got up? Like nobody heard that? Like I don't. That was stupid to me. Just stupid shit going on. And then it was like this part where like one of the police officer dudes or whatever, he heard somebody talking. He went outside. He saw the chair rocking, I guess, and he went out there to go see what's going on, which I don't understand. Why the fuck would you go out there? Like, I don't understand. I wouldn't have been trying to be brave like that, trying to see what the fuck is going on outside, you know. Clearly nobody was there. And then he came back and he was just sitting there waiting. And then he saw this lady that was clearly dead. It was a fucking maid, and she had her wrist slit or whatever, and she said something I can't remember what she said, and then he ended up going to go follow her. I'm just like, she's clearly dead. Why would you follow a fucking dead woman into something? I wouldn't even care if it's a fucking real woman. First of all, you never seen this woman before the whole time you've been there. Why would you follow her in the fucking room? And then she ended up like falling on him or doing something or whatever. Then he called everybody to come help him or whatever like that. I just felt like that was stupid. Like, it was just some stupid ass shit that I don't understand why would people do that was going on in the fucking movie. It was just dumb. Like, for one, the girl, she was on the bed. One of the girls, she had shorter hair. It went like right here. She looked like a dude, not a dude, a boy to me, a little boy to me. And like, she ended up like, the thing pulled her foot, which this I also didn't understand. She pulled her foot, and then I think she ended up getting up or telling her sister to stop, and she was like, you know, stop playing with me, something to her, like, you know, why you mess with me? And she was like, whatever, I didn't do that. I don't understand at that point, why did she not realize that it was something more than her sister? Because her sister clearly did. And I don't understand why her sister didn't say, I didn't really do that. Like, what are you talking about? I mean, I guess she was asleep, so she wasn't really comprehending, but whatever. But then it was that one scene where she like pulled her foot, whatever it was. And then she ended up getting up and she was like looking around or whatever to see what was going on. I guess she didn't see anything. And then she went to go look under the bed. First of all, to me, why would I look under the bed? Like, if it's some extraterrestrial shit, some paranormal shit, why would I go look under the bed so someone can fucking grab me and drag my ass under the fucking bed? Like, she was sitting up there hanging down there for like a minute. First of all, blood go to your brain. You can die like that. So I'm like, what the fuck? She was just peeking under the fucking bed, just still sitting there waiting, and the door started to move or whatever, and then she got back on the bed and she ended up calling her sister. To me, that was stupid. Just stupid shit. What else happened? It was a lot of stupid shit that happened to the movie. I mean, it was a good movie. It wasn't all that. I think I would want to give it, I don't know if people would agree with this, like a 7 out of 10. Because it was just like, it wasn't like it was bad acting, or it was just like, it was horrible with the scare tactics per se. It was just like, it wasn't scary because to me the stuff was like expected, but it just didn't seem like it was horrible. Like, I don't want to give it a 6. I think I would just give it like a 7. But it was just so much stuff in the movie that I was like, this is some bullshit. Like, this is fuckery. Like, are you serious? Like, would you really realistically, like, it's just not realistic to what I think that people would do. Like, oh, I hear this noise, let me go search to hear what the fuck it is. Like, I mean, I'm probably not about to go back to sleep, but I'm not about to sit up here and go play follow the fucking leader with an invisible nothing around the fucking house. Like, why would I do that? Like, hell no. And then there was this another part, and it was like, I'm just rambling, like, I'm not even sure what the parts it is, but it was like this one part where somebody ended up getting hurt, and then they was just like, I think it was that girl. I think it was her, or it was the mother. She ended up going downstairs. She ended up getting caught down there being a fucking idiot, which I didn't understand. The thing was clapping. I think she ended up going downstairs, and then it ended up like the lights ended up going off, and then she had the match and she was flicking it, and then something was like, "Do you want to play the thing, the clap game?" It's like, and then I thought it had got her, and it took them like 5-10 minutes to fucking understand that she was downstairs. I'm like, really? Like, and I thought she would have been dead by then. I just understand, like, if the thing had clapped at her and then she got scared, I thought it had got her, and it was like she was sitting there for like 5 minutes, and then they finally got her, and I'm like, what the hell? But it was one part where somebody had got like creeped out by something, and then everybody was in the house, and I didn't understand why didn't they scream and just call for everybody to come help them. They was like sitting there like looking like a fucking idiot, just being up there scared. I'm like, what the hell? Like that was dumb. Like, it's just so many fucking stupid things that happen in this movie. I'm just like confused. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, for real? Like, are y'all fucking kidding me? They should have left that doll in the movie. That was the scariest part of the movie. I thought that's what it was gonna be about when I first saw it. This damn doll hunting everybody, whatever like that. That would have been scary as fucking shit to me. So I think they should have incorporated that. I hope they do a movie with that doll, like they do like a spinoff of this movie with the doll in there, because that would have been way more exciting and thrilling than this. I mean, we really haven't had scary horror movies with dolls recently in the last couple of years or the last decade or something like that. We had Chuck, but like I said, he became too funny and more of a character than like a scary entity or anything like that. So I think that they should base a movie off of that, like a spin-off with that doll, because I think that that would have been way more exciting and entertaining and scary and stuff than this, because I was honestly scared at that part at the beginning of the movie when they introduced the damn doll, and I thought this was what it was going to be about. So I don't understand why did they have the doll in the movie, like in certain parts. It was like maybe 3 parts, but I don't understand what was the point of introducing the doll and then not having it all throughout the movie. That didn't make any sense, but whatever. That's pretty much just how I feel about the movie. So let me stop because it's like 16 minutes long and I was just rambling about whatever.